Hi everyone, I hope you're all really well. Today's video is going to be super quick and super casual. I'm just going to jump straight into it. So I was halfway through my makeup and I thought I may as well show you how I conceal my under eyes, which is mainly focused on correcting dark circles for me. I'm pretty lucky when it comes to my under eyes. I know I don't have big bags or really dark circles, but if I'm tired, trust me, it looks like I have a cave in here of just darkness. It's really bad. I often get asked, how do you keep your under eyes so bright? Honestly, it's from wearing sunglasses. It's kind of like I have a tan mark, but it's obviously very important to protect that delicate eye area. So sunscreen and any other form of sun protection, sunglasses and hats always really help. I think one of the first things to remember when you're working on your under eyes is making sure you have a very well hydrated area under there. You don't want to apply too much you don't want to apply thick eye cream during the day before you apply your makeup because it will just slide off. But you want to make sure that your under eye area is really well hydrated because you don't want anything clinging to dry areas or your makeup looking cakey. So that's my first tip, is to make sure your skin is really well prepped. Secondly, I think it's really important that you do things in a particular order. So at the moment, I just have a little bit of BB cream on. If you use a mineral powder foundation, I would do that after you apply your concealer, but because I've used a liquid BB cream, I've applied that first. I would also avoid over applying in this area here. So when I apply my BB cream, obviously I apply it to the main areas of my face, and whatever is left on my brush, I lightly sort of dab it around my eye area. So the first thing that I like to do after I've applied my BB cream or my foundation is go in with a peach sort of colored concealer to color correct the darkness. So at the moment, I'm using the Perez Amazing Arnica Concealer in light to medium. So this is a concealer duo. So it's got a peachy shade on one side and then a yellowy based skin color on the other side. So peach is great for eliminating dark circles. I've also heard that the Jane Iredale Circle Delete, I think it's called, it comes in like a pot and the whole thing is a similar color to this peach shade here. I find the formula with this Perez concealer is a little bit different to anything I've experienced before. It's kind of a bit tacky or sticky, and at first I was like, I do not like this, it is weird, but I've sort of gotten used to it and I know how to work with it now, so I'm happy to keep using this. But let me know if you've tried the Jane Iredale or any other peach colored concealers that you've loved. So I like to focus just on this inner corner here, and I find I get really dark right in here just next to the bridge of my nose. I think a lot of people forget to do that area there, so I just pat that on and I just bring it down to this little section here, and I just pat that in. So I don't apply a lot, and you don't need a lot. You really don't. So that's kind of blended now. You can already start to see a difference with my eyes. So once I'm happy with that, then I go in and conceal as I normally would. So if I am going on a night out or I want some more coverage and want to do a bit more highlighting, I would take my Bare Minerals Stroke of Light Eye Brightener and I would apply that using this mini beauty blender here. This just fits perfectly in the under eye area to blend that out. But because it's the weekend, I'm going fairly natural and I just can't be bothered. I'm just going in with my RMS Beauty Uncover Up Concealer, and I'm going to use the same brush. So again, I'm just applying this, focusing on this kind of where it caves in here, where there's a bit of a, where your bone is. I find that's where I am darkest. And another tip, I would avoid bringing your concealer all the way up here. I think it's best to apply it down further and blend it up. The more you apply towards your lash line, the more it will accentuate your fine lines and wrinkles, and it will become quite cakey. So you really want to make sure you blend that away towards your lash line. So I just like to go in and pat that in and blend it out. And don't forget to put just a tiny bit on the outer corner of your eye. I don't know about you, but sometimes I get a little bit of redness there. So I like to make sure that that's really well hydrated, but I also like to blend a little bit of concealer over that way just to brighten that area. So because my nail is quite long at the moment, I'm going to struggle to get into that bit there. So I am going to use my little brush, and it just fits so perfectly. The final step is to set your concealer. My absolute favorite, if you watch me all the time, you can already guess what this will be. It's the RMS Beauty Unpowder. This is such a fine translucent powder, super clean ingredients, so silky, and it's just amazing on the skin. Now, I don't like to bake using a sponge. I just find my under eye area is too dry for that, and it really does accentuate my fine lines. So I like to use this I don't know, this is a setting brush from Real Techniques. It's just a small brush and it fits perfectly into the eye area there. So I'm going in and starting on the inner corner and just patting that down the edge of my nose and just out. So that is the finished concealer look. You can see quite a big difference there. Even taking away some of the shine there helps lose the focus of that dark area too. So I think applying powder is so important for setting, but also to lose that sheen. So that is it for how I conceal my under eye area. I really hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions for me, please leave a comment down below and I will try my best to help you out. But otherwise, I really hope you found this quick tutorial helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.